I'm so sorry for the 5 minute wait. No, it wasn't 5 minutes, bro. It was 10 minutes. You redeemed the water 3 times. Okay. Thank you very much. One. Two. I'm sorry. I was eating lo mein because I was hungry, so we ordered out takeout. It's yummy. So we ordered takeout. I did that so you would not forget the water. Yes, the water was thirsty. I have. Okay, so with the takeout, the restaurant I ordered from has like they have like iced tea, except it tastes amazing. Yeah, I don't know why. Like the order is called homemade iced tea, but it tastes so. I feel like it tastes like generic, like sweetened iced tea is supposed to taste like, but it still tastes good. So I'm just like freaking out. Also, I noticed one thing. My microphone settings aren't on. Iced tea, yes, dude. The problem is I'm sharing the food, so there's not enough iced tea for everyone. So I just have like a cup. It still tastes so good. Also, I'm sorry if you could hear my fan at the beginning. I didn't have my microphone settings on. Also, hello Adam. How's it going? Has this song been on repeat? Why are there two of them back to back? I don't get it. Anyways, I found this artist on YouTube that Music 200. Am I actually? I'll turn it down. It doesn't sound that loud to me though. I'm sorry. It doesn't sound loud to me. I don't know why. It's probably my headphones. I'm gonna be honest. I've had these for 2 years now, and I have not been respecting them. To say the least. I think I can turn my gain up a little bit so I could be a bit louder. I'll put it to 80. If anyone has a problem with it, just say it. You're not the viewer? I'm not. That's why you have to tell me this stuff, okay? Anyways, I know you insulted me earlier. What'd you say? Beach whales are dangerous. They can explode with a force equivalent to 100 sticks of dynamite. Valid. So I saw no. Remember you stopped eating on. Okay, I wasn't eating on stream. I was like at a table. Change the stream category. Okay, thank you. Okay, I don't know if there's a stream category for this game. Oh, there is. There's only 4 followers though. Okay, so name the game. Amazing. Man's always assuming I'm insulting. You literally are. You do that. Literally every single word that you say directed towards me is usually an insult. You can't tell me. You're making iced tea for the first 2 people who come to your house. Okay. You know what we should do for the cooking stream? We should make a menu beforehand. If we ever get to the cooking stream, we're gonna put iced tea on it. Never heard this game? Yes. No. Me neither. Let me open it. Oh, actually, I've been. I want to show you guys this this funny thing I made first. I'm doing that. Yeah, no, I'm editing clips like we talked about before, and this took me like 3 days and a total of like 3 hours to work on because I only spend like an hour per day. The official Sondery service menu, dude. It's gonna be the worst restaurant ever. Anyways, look at this. Look at this. It only took me that long because I'm not experienced in editing, so I'm just teaching myself as I go. Made with 100% organic or grass-fed free-range hamsters. Oh. Anyways, so I have like I have the same clip copied 4 times. So this down here, this is the blurry part in the back. This is the actual footage, and then this is just the giraffe. And then this part right here is, you'll get to that. Anyways, I learned a lot while just doing this tiny clip. Like, I learned how to use this thing. See this at the end. I learned how to censor stuff without sounding disgusting. Let me turn the music up. I'm probably gonna add music to this, but you know. It's not done, obviously. I need to add a few more things. But it's basically done. This is like, at most, like a half extra hour of work. I hate this though, that it's like, why does it say edited? Let me control, there we go. Who's YouTube? Dude, no. I watched a total of like 20 videos. So I watched one. So look at the subtitles. They have like a shading. I didn't know how to do that. I watched a video about it, right? And they also have a small effect. I don't know if I can show it. Yeah, they have like small transformation effect. I had to watch a video on how to do that. Uh, the clip part was pretty easy. I figured out like the layout mostly by myself. Me when I make a one with a transparent background, dude. No, editing stuff is so like it's easy when you watch the videos, but it feels so like it feels weird if you don't know. Anyways, yeah. I used another video to where was it? To mask this clip, right? So it only shows the giraffe. I used another one. Well, I didn't use another one. I just reused the same one to mask this clip, so it only shows whatever it has to show. I used another one to teach me how to generate this, which is just to censor stuff, right? And I just need to like work on the end and maybe add like music. Oh, I also watched another one to teach me how to put stuff like in the corner. So this is in a quote-unquote power bin. So that means if I drag anything here into here, I can save it for future projects. So I'm just gonna put like the subtitling, because I'm not like reformatting this. Oh, hello Tempest. So you know how I said we're gonna start like uploading clips so I can edit them into like shorts. Just finish the grind, bro. The dude from India who helped me. Yes, we love the random videos. Same. What are you? You all are grinding. Good job. I woke up late today. I actually no. I woke up. Okay, no. I have a confession. I stayed up late last night watching a 6-hour long Call of Duty Zombies lore video. And I ended up waking up at like 1 p.m. The MMO, oh my god, he's in trance. It's fine. But yeah, no. Tempest, this is your clip. I'm working on it. I'm gonna play it. It's not done yet. I still need to add a few more things. Let's see if I can just go here. I can. Yo, that's crazy. Oh god. You know the con video? Kid Riser knows the video. Yeah. No. I was there's a couple of YouTubers I follow that started making COD zombie videos, and I was like, I remember years ago I got into it, but then I completely forgot. So I just watched the lore video again. What clip though? Oh, this is the one where I blew myself up with a barrel. I downloaded a bunch of clips. I hope this doesn't show up on the main monitor because I don't feel like showing that. Yeah, no. Okay. I'm downloading a bunch of clips from Twitch. I have this many, and I only have one. I labeled them all by like who clipped it and then what it was about, quote unquote. Most of them are Tempest and Kinriser. Zoomed into Tempest's name. Shh. I didn't do that. No, I should. The main provider, so I need to know which. Yeah, no, I have like 20 here that I'm planning to make. I just sorted it by most popular, and yeah, no. Anyways, most of this was just. Now that down there looks like an arena to me. Yeah. It's probably not. I'm gonna be honest. What the f is wrong with me? Why did I do that? There's no way. There's no way. And then it just ends. And I was planning on crediting whoever clipped it at the end, but at the same time, I don't know, man. You're the one who clipped it. Tell me. I don't. Do you want to be like at the beginning or the end? Do you want to be like acknowledged at the beginning or the end? Right. That's a very important question. The pain. I wasn't paying. I expected whales, not video editing. Oh, I'm just showing this off because I was working on this. It was still open before I started stream, so I'm just I'm just doing this. It's fun. It's fun. I'm learning a lot by just doing clips. Which, you know what? I'm thinking I just work on clips before trying to edit an actual video because this is just teaching me more than trying to get into like a big project that's like 20 minutes long, you know? I think the end. You think the beginning is smoother? He's learning, I'm learning. So like just putting your name like in a corner or something. At the beginning. I must know, these are importante questions. These are importante questions. Also, I also had to look up a video on how to download fonts. Because this is the font I'm currently using for like the goals in the corner. And I'm really liking it, so I decided to just use it for this stuff. Oh, have the clip by at the end. So just flip this. It's easy enough. I can just drag this to the beginning. Honestly, check this. And I simply just drag it. I lied. I don't. There's a setting where you can like insert stuff. I don't have it on. Uh, where is it? Where is it? It's here somewhere. Replace, overwrite, insert. We want this. We want to highlight this. Let me. We want to click. I lied. I don't know how to use it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of stupid. We'll see if it's smoother. My instincts tell me it is. I don't know. I could alternatively just like do something extremely stupid. Called I will highlight everything and just move it over. As you can see, I am a professional. I am a professional. Just move it over there. Then we move this part over here. Kind of like. I assume you mean like that. It's the game? No, this is me making clips. Then. There. Right? Just move it all back. There's definitely an easier way to make this, by the way. I'm just kind of stupid. No, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Damn. Let's see. Now that down there looks. Now that. Why is the audio not audioing? Why is the volume non-existent? You know why? You know why? I know what happened. I know exactly what happened. I know exactly what happened. It's out of place. God, dude. So it's like the original sound is like over here. It's somewhere. Yeah, no, here it is. Yeah, it's over here. Why is it over here, dude? It broke. Tempest, it broke. When did you break it? You think it's smoother? True. Now that down there looks like an arena to me. So there would have to be like a song. Now that down there looks like. Pretend that like the noise is there. He's asking if like putting. Is it muted? Did I accidentally mute it? Now that down there looks. There's something wrong with the freaking noise. That's where it's supposed to be. It just doesn't exist, huh? Hold up. Is it disabled? Why enable that shit, dude? Why doesn't it exist? Why doesn't it exist? Why doesn't it exist? It's broken. Why is it broken? I know I turned it down, but it's all still not playing. Fade in the clipper for 4 seconds and fade out at the beginning. Yes. Without the bleep thing? Okay. So just having the text at the beginning? Okay, that I feel like that would work. At the end it says, "Thank you for watching Funny Moments." Okay. Hello, Pax. Then let me just undo everything I did. Because I don't feel like having it stay broken. Alright, cool thing. I simply drag it and just put it there. And now freaking I'm just gonna do that. I can just edit it and stuff. In the corner you go. Why is it a plus sign? My friends, how are you all? We're going to watch a funny whale documentary after I mess with this. That also works. Yes, no. Also, what's this? Oh, I'm gonna start editing a clip so I can, like, upload them as YouTube shorts and stuff. Like, Instagram and stuff. Yeah. Now that down there looks like... Why is the cropping weird? I must space it. Know why? Cause it's... Why is it weird? Hold up. Uh... I don't know why it was weird before. I'm just gonna put you there. Now that down there looks like it's clipping out! Okay, no. You know what the issue here is? I don't know what the issue is. Sonder YouTube content? Yes, sure. You made homemade pizza? Did you make, like, the dough by yourself and everything? Despite not enough sauce? You wanna see this fresh? The pizza or the clip? Because I don't know what I'm doing. Shouldn't be peeking here. Shh, don't worry about it. I'm stupid. I can just, like, turn the size down and it'll work, but, like... I just put you in the corner. All made from scratch? That's crazy, bro. I could never, because I... Alright, so... The oven is, like, next to a window, right? But the window is, like, bolted shut. So whenever I turn that on, the kitchen is just... Now that down there looks like... I can just, like, extend this for a couple seconds. Let's see. K-Riser suggested 4 seconds, so let's just go with that. Whoosh. And then we go to the Fusion page, and then look at this. We extend that. Then we move this to the end. Then we move that to the end to 90, I think. Yeah. Is this at 90? What's this at? Oops. I was not supposed to do that. I must select this, and then here we go. Why is it at 5? It's supposed to be at 4. Well, I should split it at 5. I've not made the scratch tomato sauce. Imagine you could, though. Funny thing is that my YouTube at is Dark Tempest, but I'm using the Twitch at. What software are you using? I'm using DaVinci Resolve. It's free, and it gives you everything for free. there isn't even like a watermark or anything. I like it. Let's see. Now that down there looks like an arena to me. I think that's fine. Then at the end we'll just. Why did this like break? I want to know. Why did it break? Who broke it? Who broke this? Why would you ever break this? Like, it's not even like here. This is where all the noise is supposed to be. But it's not. Why is audio track 4 broken? Is it because I put it on audio track 4? It's supposed to be here, but it's not. Where did it go? Where did it go? It's gone. Guys, it's gone. What am I gonna do? DM me the stuff. DaVinci Resolve. Yeah, it's right here. It's in the corner. You can see it. I don't know if you can see it with the resolution. I don't know if you can see it with the resolution. Okay, nah, the sound broke. Why did it break? Did I mute it or something? No, it's not muted. Why is that broken? What if I turn up the volume? Did you save the project? I did. It's fine, I can just get rid of this. I don't need. Actually, I pressed the wrong button. That deleted every. Wait. It's back. I fixed it. All I had to do was delete it. I have a user's on, but I got 0 content. Don't worry, my YouTube channel is only has vlogs. Okay, yeah, no. You know what's funny? My personal YouTube account has 1 subscriber, and I don't remember making a channel. Used to upload videos, we privated all of them. I should privating videos when you could be like me and just not have any. I guess I could just keep this at the end. No, you know, I could just plug. I could just do that. Yeah, I could just. Let me just delete that. Let me undo that. I'll just delete that. And a funny thing, I have Twitch stuff. Where is it? I have the Twitch logo. I have the Twitch logo. I just have it. I just have the logo. I don't know why. I don't know why. 166, no one has pegs. Don't remember hearing Kid Riser speak before. I don't think Kid Riser has a voice. I will be honest. I think he just exists. I'll just put this here. Look at that. Perfect. No way. Now that you missed the Y and Saunders. There's no shot. I did. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay, so you guys want to see something funny? It's called I do this. I close this. I close keyframes. Currently making spider art, dude. Are you gonna like show it to people with arachnophobia? Because that'd be pretty wicked. We add a transform tool. We make a keyframe here. Make another keyframe. I made keyframes on the wrong thing. Smart. Hello, Maz. How's it going? Spider art tribute to the Spider-Verse. Oh, have you guys watched the Spider-Verse? A person with arachnophobia. Okay. Okay. Alright, so that's gonna be 0 here. And for here, we want it to be 1. Then we go all the way to the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now it's gonna be 0. Right? We'll go to keyframes. Bam! That's the wrong thing. We want splines, not keyframe. Turn it on. Do everything. Smooth it out. Bring this all the way up. Then move this all the way to the right. As far as it can go. Cool. Do the same thing to the other side. I'm totally not paying attention to chat, by the way. I'm just like doing my own thing right now. It's all the way to the end. Cool, that should be done. What I'm gonna do now is use the funny power of this funny thing that I discovered today and just like move it here. Yes, cool. What's Sandra up to? Doing clips, yes, sure. You haven't seen Spider-Verse? Well, you should, Pex, because it's a good movie. OG Bully McGuire the way. You know what? Good. My god. How's it going, Matt? Now that down there looks... Oh, I forgot to edit this one. I think. Right? No. Yes. No. Keyframes. Why is this spline open? Fit. Yeah, I didn't edit it. Go whoosh. Go whoosh. Go whoosh. There you go. Now that down there looks like an arena to me. I downloaded a couple of free like music songs. I'm just gonna pick and choose whichever one to put at the end. What the f is wrong with me? That's it. And I think that's it. I could probably finish this like after stream.
There's no way. There's no way.
Okay, one thing I am not liking. Let's go here. Let's move this over by 1 frame. Same with this guy. Why does it start earlier? Huh? What the fuck? That's not supposed to happen. Hold up, hold up. Okay, there we go. Why is it like this? Why, just why? Okay, that should be fine.
No way.
Why is it still there? Why is it still there? It's not supposed to be there. Ah! Why is it still there? Alright, now it should be. Okay, cool. Let's go frame by frame. Why does it just pop into existence? Why is this one broken? You normally miss Captain's stream? Which Captain? Who are you guys talking to? I don't know what you guys are talking about. It scares me. Postal 4 for the win. I saw it was on sale. It's still like $20. I'm trying to read chat, but I literally can't. I don't like my eyes are seeing words. They're not going to like put together in my brain. I apologize. Cool. Does that work? No, it's even worse now. I have to move it back one. I do. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. Back by 2. 1, 2. Why is it like that? Why is it doing this? Why is it weird? Why is it being weird? What? No, it's not. Still not working. I'm just. You go there. You go there. Cool. Now finished. Done. Dunzo. Cool. Done. Chatbox gives me dyslexia, dude. If I had it, I'd have it worse. You haven't seen it yet? In the IRL post? Which one are you talking about, bro? What are you guys talking? Are you talking about the kimono that Maz wore, which he was dripped out in? Are you talking about the... I know you posted something there as well. Be a Japanese weeb. That's what you're referring to. Damn. The song. Yeah, I did see it. I did see it. I saw it this morning, and I went back to sleep. You goober. I'm trying. Okay. This is done. I'm gonna add some stupid song at the end. You guys will figure out what it is when I upload it. Okay? Okay. Exit. No more looking at my monitor. And now we open the game. Banger for real. Matt remembers songs. I don't. Best version of turning Japanese, bro. Sonder. Hello, Pex. Oh god. Hello, Tempest. Was that folder in the lower right? Okay, so the folder in the lower right was the recycle bin. I have to change the volume settings for this. But here we go. Just remember Collective Consciousness Christmas. What are you talking about? What are you on? What are you guys on about? I also have a folder called Musica and then another one called SFX. Metal Gear. Okay, the homework folder. I don't have a homework folder. Leave me alone. Anyways, welcome to the game. I'm gonna turn the volume down because it might be louder than me. I know it has narration, so we'll keep the voice volume up. Let's just turn these all down a little bit. There we go. X speed. We'll just see. All right. Are you guys ready? You do because of online classes. That's goated. My online classes, I just submitted work on the browser and then just deleted it. That's shit, bro. You don't need a homework folder if you don't have a home. Valid. They can't give you homework if you don't have a home. You're right. Anyways, are you all ready? Do you all have popcorn? You all have a snack and a drink? Because I will not be... I'm just gonna be, like, pretty silent for most of this, I'm pretty sure. Because it is, again, a visual novel. So just get your snacks, get up, walk around a little bit. You'll be fine. You got Battle Cats crackers. Kuro has a spider art. You got your pizza? Alright, we ready then. Alright, so this is part 1. There's gonna be a part 2. Which I'm looking forward to. Let's start. I'm gonna turn off my light because I feel like it's a very atmospheric game. H to hide text. Left click or spacebar to advance when you see the icon. South Scrimshaw is a linear read, but there are important tangents to explore. Text of different color can be clicked to learn more about the subject. Example. Rudolph Hindersnipe Legal Counsel. This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, businesses, place, events, and modes of science are either products of the author's imagination or used in fictitious manner. In resemblance to any actual person, living or dead. Interesting. You ate cake. Stop eating cake! Ah! Why would you do that? Well, speaking of cake, I actually got I have a busy day tomorrow. I don't know if I want to stream tomorrow because I have to do laundry and get some chores done, and possibly go to a meeting. But on Sunday, I was invited to a birthday celebration to hang out. It's from one of my middle school friends, like the only one I kept in touch with. But they invited all of the people they knew from like middle school and high school. So that means I'm going to see everyone I knew in like high school and middle school, and I'm just gonna like be awkward because I haven't talked to those people in like almost a decade. But we'll be fine. It's fun. They're ordering pizza, so why peppy hands? Anyways, let's go. I hope the volume's fine. Educational content. No stream Sunday? Probably not. Well, depends. Yeah, no,
The
probably
Corporation
not.
for Earth Media is proud to present this educational program. Produced in conjunction with the frontier scientists, engineers, and artists of the Kronos 7 expedition.
Community Saturday? We can move it to Saturday if you guys want.
South Scrimshaw is made possible through the support of viewers like you.
Viewers like you. They fight Sonder at the party. The entertainment has arrived. Sonder walks in. They ain't getting near me, bro. I've been taking boxing lessons.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Chapter 1. Bird. Oh yeah, probably a trigger warning. This first scene is kind of graphic, I think. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's literally like witnessing the birth of a whale. So, bird. Yeah, time to break their ankles. I am graphic. Hush, hush, alright. I'm gonna break their ankles with my own ankles.
Hot sunlight shines through the veined membrane of an aquatic egg. It was once carried in deeper, cooler waters of a more northern latitude.
Yeah, I did not expect it to be bright. Yeah, is the volume fine for the narration? I'm 11D, Kid Riser's 3D on...
Now it bobs freely in a subtropical shallow. The consciousness dawning inside is prodded alert in discomfort.
Sonder's XD. Consciousness dawning inside. Baby whale.
It is a male whale calf, stirring with a newfound awareness of body. This pod has held him for 17 months, nurtured his development from a single fertilized cell.
He's in a pod.
Now it can no longer support his life. The inflow of nutrients and oxygenated blood has ceased.
It's a whale, but also not a whale, don't worry about it.
A once comfortable cradle now pinches at his enlarged form.
This ain't Brendan
Pushed onto his
Fraser.
own faculty, a suffocating urge to thrash wells up inside him. Yet he hesitates.
He needs to escape. Who is Brendan Fraser? Oh, it's that guy. Oh, I've seen a lot of the movies this guy's in. Oh my god. Anyways.
A song booms from the world outside.
He's an actor. He's in a movie called The Whale. This man. Okay, when I like listen to music or watch movies, I don't pay attention to like the actors or the artists. Sounds like your stomach. It is. I'm a bit hungry. He's actually playing the game? Yes. You guys better get
The
comfortable.
powerful low frequency vibrates through his whole body. With the certainty of deep imprinting, the calf knows who is calling.
Yeah, no, I remember who he is after like seeing his picture. I never knew his name though. I'm gonna be honest. The Mummy movies? Yeah. I've watched the original ones. I know there was one, and it had a lot to do with like scarabs. But I'm not quite sure. Same? Yeah.
It is his mother.
It is his mother. He's being summoned.
She is on the other side.
The Mummy Returns? Yes, I think that's the series we're talking about. I think it's also just called The Mummy. Wait, no, I think that's the like remake.
He must join her.
He must join the mother.
The shell containing him is now only a brittle husk, swollen with waste material and straining at the seams. Clumsy first movements form the start of the calf's motor awareness.
That first scene with all this cat. Oh god, no. I feel like that would have traumatized me as a kid, but honestly, I was just like, God, look at all these, look at all this funny action.
The egg is evolved to rupture open along a central seam. A few thin cartilage bands are all that retain him. One more forceful effort and he will escape.
He's free! This whale is most definitely a freedom-loving American. The sounds? That's what I'm telling you, man. Flashbang. South Station. Alright, this is an actual flashbang, though.
Technically speaking, the whale didn't hatch from an egg.
Ah, we're getting some backstory.
Egg is something of a misnomer. While there are known egg-laying mammals, none of them are whales.
Alright, so whenever you guys see like a different colored text, tell me, because I'm probably gonna be stupid. Because you have to click on them to get
there are
extra
4 extant
information.
species of egg-laying mammal. They are
The platypus.
the platypus,
Rah, hello Mr. Random Nye. We're watching a fictional documentary about a whale. Get comfortable and grab some snacks. I recommend.
the echidna,
Yo, it's Knuckles from Sonic the Hedgehog. It's Perry the Platypus, bro. He's making a cameo.
the snorb,
Aye, bro, how many of us have a snorb in their backyard? Because I know I do. I know I got a snorb.
and the ribbon snore.
This looks like a dragon. I've never seen this snorb. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about not seeing stuff, because this is a fictional documentary, so a lot of the stuff you might not recognize. Because I'm pretty sure it's not an actual thing that exists. The last 2 don't exist? Yeah, no, they don't exist. It's still fun though. It's still like fun in like exposition to like the world that this is taking place in.
This whale species has a placental connection to the mother while developing.
Is this as fictional as Gemini Home Entertainment? Yeah. Let me search that up. Basically, yeah. No, kind of. Scary? No, it's not scary. It's more. It's like a doc. Have you ever seen the documentary? A nature documentary? This is basically so me taking notes is not necessary. There's no quiz, right? Yeah, no. Gemini's scary, but this is like it's a fictional world, right? This is like an alien planet, basically, right? You could still take notes. I'm like this is interesting to me, man.
Birthing shell is the term currently favored in scientific journals when discussing this style of external womb. The outer cartilage folds backwards, shrinking the space inside and expelling the contents outwards, creating pressure against the inner membrane until it finally pops.
Well,
The calf spills out into the open ocean.
World War II documentaries are a little scary. I've watched World War, I think it was 1 or 2, but anyway, I've watched like war movies, and dude, being in the theater with all of those gunshots and stuff, like just reverbing off of my skull, bro, it is like that is enough to traumatize me. I don't even have to be there, bro. There's a joke song. Shh. Secondhand PTSD. Basically, yes. If a Sonder documentary exists in the future, I will truly be scared. Yeah, no, honestly. Psychological horror.
The world is a rush of sensory stimulation. The newborn is momentarily stunned limp. He comes to amid a dizzying flurry of life. Plants and protists tangle and snag his every movement.
Look at that snail.
Small scavengers eagerly devour the cloud of waste. Plants unfurl and retract in almost animalistic locomotion. Foliage clings to the calf from above. He swims deeper to escape. His mother's song reassures him once again, but she is still nowhere in sight. Sponges, wharf biters, crustaceans and corals dangle from the plants like ornaments.
Let's go.
Plant is not a misnomer. These are true plants. As with so much else in biology, the origin of plants can be traced back to the water. Albeit those early ancestors were far less complex than what we see today. As will be explained later, marine environments impose steep challenges on plants. It was once upon land freed from the burdens of an aquatic life that plants could more readily diversify in form. And it was also after that great proliferation of flowering species that some plants found it more favourable by the water and eventually returned to the seas.
I hope the stream doesn't crash, because I don't think I can, like, replay sections.
They are, in that sense, like whales.
Something solid grabs from below. His descent is halted.
True facts of the sea pig. We love sea pigs.
He's being lifted back towards the surface. The calf breaches, filling his lungs with their first breath of air.
You can breathe! Let's go. This is the very successful first step for the whale. He do in fact be in the middle of nowhere right now. Oh my god.
This is the breeding ground of his species. At the year's peak, this wide expanse fills with whales.
How heavy is this baby whale? It probably weighs like more than like 100 pounds. Also, Sonder, why this game? Because I watched a video on it and I was like, this is interesting as hell. And I want to stream it. Because I want to share this with you guys. Because I found this interesting. And I just wanna know what you guys think about it as well. Like, I found this interesting, entertaining. It was kind of educational, I guess. In like in like a form of like storytelling. Is this a game? Yeah, it's a visual novel, technically. It's a game. It's free on Steam if you guys want to like rush through it yourself. Looks unique is my first impression. Yeah, it is. I really liked it.
But today our calf finds the surface empty.
There's usually more whales around, so.
Except for a very odd clump of plants.
200 pounds? Probably. I know whales are freaking heavy when they're born and stuff. There's a nice
The calf
twist
does not
later
know
on
what to
in this
make of it.
chapter.
Equally disturbed and compelled, he stares transfixed. Plants continue to tickle his body just below the water. A resident waterbug examines him with equal skepticism.
Oh, do you guys see the bug in the corner of the screen? It's so small.
Sudden movement atop the leafy mass catches his eye.
That looks like a bird, I think. Yeah, it's a bird. Is that a bird? Oh, that's definitely a bird. Oh my lord.
It's all too frightening for the little one.
Ah, he's scared.
He retreats back under the surface. His overpowering instinct is to nurse, but he cannot. His exhaustion mounts and fear seizes him. He is lost.
He doesn't know where his mother is.
And as if sensing his weakness, tendrils begin to grasp at him. A vine lassos his fluke. There is no escape.
He's been trapped.
In a final burst of strength, the calf fights, thrashing, tearing, and uprooting his attackers. A scent of blood enters the water.
Oh, he's fighting back.
His mother cries a pained song to soothe him.
Oh. He's so confused.
The calf is hit with the sudden realization. The strange plants are not taking him away from his mother. The strange plant clod is his mother.
Look at how cool this is, dude. Bro, it's a whale. It's just a whale covered in grass. You can barely make out the eyes and the mouth. Like, it starts making sense. What? It's explained later. I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, no. His mother is currently covered in plant life and stuff. She's an ecosystem, basically. The whale touched too much grass. The Brillo whale. You can see the fin in here too. Like the Subnautica things, maybe it's kind of like. I mean, yeah, basically. The other ecosystems got it, yeah. Well, it's explained. It's explained later how these whales work and stuff. All right, chapter 2, anatomy. All right, it will be explained here. All your worries will be cleansed.
What evidence remained of this year's Brillo breeding season has long since been swept away. This sandbar has returned to its normal, pristine state.
There's been a small time skip, by the way.
Save for one unusual pile of rocks.
I wonder what they are. Oh, we're scanning the rocks. It's not a rock.
This is
It's
a
a fish.
stone dog.
It's a stone dog. It doesn't look like a dog.
Somewhat like a hermit crab, this animal lives in a portable shelter of foreign material. It grasps together a shell of scavenged of debris with its long limbs and secretes an adhesive mucus to hold it fast.
Another thing I liked about the storytelling is like how it's explaining like how these animals work. It's not just like, oh, here's a fish with rocks. It's telling you why and how it's using the rocks. You know?
Stone dogs mostly rely on ambushing prey from a camouflaged position. Right now, this stone dog here is not the hunter, but the hunted. It is a woefully obvious attempt to hide, as the predator stalking it possesses one of the sharpest minds in the ocean.
Oh, he's speaking.
A quick check if the coast is clear.
That rock looking pretty sus. It's looking right back at you, man.
It is.
The whale, it's right there. That's a jump scare.
Our whale calf wants to play, not eat. But from the stone dog's perspective, there's little difference.
The whale's really cute, though. At least the baby whale is.
Since hatching, our calf has been a healthy and energetic specimen. Despite his late birth, no complications are detectable. If anything, his cognitive ability is showing swift advancement.
Look at the stone dog. Just look at the stone dog. It's screaming for its life.
He is very fond of holding his fluke above the water surface. Scattered showers are currently moving through the area. The calf has been emerging frequently for visual inspection since the rain began.
Did you clip the eye? Oh my god.
He seems very interested in the weather above. A long
really
call
cute
reminds him
baby
not to stray too far.
Calf. What me say?
Brillos have surprisingly keen vision above the water. The calf is quickly able to spot his mother. This is the farthest distance he has travelled from her. It is more than twice that of yesterday.
He's making great bounds.
Today was quite an adventure. Now, reminded of his mother, all this bravery seems to evaporate.
Rain is good. Just
He
like
is suddenly anxious to be at her side.
I feel like rain for a whale, like which is essentially a mammal, is good, right? Because the whale lives in the water, and just rain. Just imagine what rain feels like if you just lived your entire life in the water. It's like a massage, you know. That's I imagine it's like comfy. This is a really comfy game, at least until you know I won't spoil it.
He will bring her any interesting objects discovered while exploring. And boot it at her face.
Look at how tired. How tired the mother is.
His mother is trying to rest off another bout of nausea. This play is a bit much.
Look at the whale.
But these discomforts are trivial to the bond between mother and child. Our neural interface even shows a measurable relief in her symptoms during these interactions. The calf's carefree play is training for future hunts and the essential skills of survival. But it will be some time before he has to worry about earning meals on his own. His mother's long, prehensile udders reach him through the thorny bramble. The milk he nurses on is thick as yogurt.
Sparkles on the whale. I think it's explaining a little bit. Don't worry.
Calves subsist on this fat-rich diet for 2 years, building up an insulating layer of blubber and the bands of spongy tissue for other organisms to burrow into. Here we arrive at what truly makes a Brillo whale such a remarkable specimen for study. Symbiosis of unrivaled complexity and variety.
I find this part extremely
This female
interesting.
was initially selected for study due to her exquisitely beautiful exterior. The mammal is almost totally concealed within the undulating botanical mass. In cross-section, the distinction between whale and passenger is more visible.
It's going to show us how the plants and the whale interact.
Unlike the stone dog shown earlier, this is not simply an external attachment of foreign material.
What is this? Hello Crypto. This is a fictional documentary about whales on an alien planet. They're called the Brillo whales. We're learning. You know, you actually arrived at like the perfect part. You like those? Yeah, this is really interesting.
The Brillo whale has an intimate connection to thousands of other living creatures.
Take notes, everyone.
The whale chooses from among a variety of partner species and offers real estate within designated regions of its body. An inner membrane draws the line between the welcome cohabitation space and the whale's vitals.
watches too. It's good. But this is a game called South Scrimshaw. That's why I started with this. It's free on Steam. It's a game? Yeah. There's gonna be a part 2 coming out. So I just want to stream part 1 because I found it really interesting.
This unusual arrangement raises several questions, the first of which we will address.
Well, it's technically a visual novel. It's still really interesting.
What is the benefit of living on a whale?
Hi guys, what is the benefit of living on the whale? What do you think? Oh, I'm gonna click on the link, by the way. Just wanna see what the video is. Oh, it's this one! Oh! Okay, I've gotten the video recommended to me a lot of times. I've never actually watched it, though. Should probably watch it. It's squishy, free real estate? I don't know, man. Let's find out.
To help us illustrate the principle, we will be assisted by a sea bunny, or sea bun, to use its more common nickname.
Sea bunny! Sorry about
The
it.
South Scrimshaw team has received very explicit direction from our producers, and we are to unequivocally clarify to viewers.
I like the music in the game too. It really builds the atmosphere. By the way, did you start the game long ago? If yes, I might play this as well. I started it at like 20 minutes ago. Yeah. It's just like a visual novel documentary thing. You click through it and stuff. It's really fun.
That the sea bun is not a real animal.
There is no Seabon. I'm sad.
The sea bun owes its creation to the original landing party of Kronos 5.
The Seabon
Though the
isn't real.
specifics are lost, the most convincing story is that it was something misheard over a shoddy radio connection. As those early years recede into contemporary legend, it is important to remember that the tales of hardship told by the first landing party are not exaggerated. The pioneers were indeed isolated for 11 solar cycles, and it was not until the conclusion of the hostilities on Earth that the current biannual delivery schedule could be planned.
I guess this is like a exposition as to like how there's a documentary team on an alien planet.
The uncharted planet was a land of mysterious fauna and unknown environmental hazards. It was a time where technology seemed to suffer inexplicable malfunctions, while repair efforts were always undermined by a constant lack of materials, tools, and manpower. The myth of the sea bun serves as caricature for the force of chaos, always
It's a
at work
catfish.
when one's back is turned.
You're right. It's a sea bun. Look at the sharp teeth on the sea bun. Yeah, it's a bunny fish. Yes. I like the fourth one.
Sea bunnies was a sort of shorthand for, I don't know what's wrong, it could be anything, including a cryptid.
Oh, look at the second one on the bottom. Oh, that one's cute. I wanna like take a screenshot of it. I'm gonna take a screenshot of it. I wanna take a screenshot. How do I take a screenshot? There we go.
Among our seniors who were present at the time, one likened the expression
Getting
to
Iron
here
Lung
be dragons
flashbacks?
on medieval maps. Another drew a parallel with Murphy's Law.
Kilroy on the bottom left. Oh yeah. It would be really fun though if they actually like did something like this, but like for Iron Lung. You know, I know there's lore in the game, but there's like nothing like as explicit as this. You know.
Somewhere along the line, either as intentional jokes or honest misunderstanding of colourful communiques, word of sea bunnies repeatedly escaped the planet in a way interpreted as fact by those off-world. Compounding this misinformation was a popular hazing ritual where new arrivals were assigned to catch a sea bun for research, usually being given a butterfly net and sent somewhere isolated and moderately dangerous. A unique culture planetside encouraged the escalation of this practice, until a few near disasters brought a legislated end to the budding tradition.
So there is a tradition where people that came to the planet would be tasked with catching a sea bunny, but since they didn't exist, it would be very dangerous, especially considering how they just got there and they don't actually know anything about the planet. Interesting. That sounds like a tourist scam. That sounds like a tourist scam to me. Let's read this. We understand the gravity of the situation. I know there isn't malice behind these sort of pranks, so I will skip the part where I scold you like children. But understand that I'm mostly planet side, the brass isn't. They aren't in a position to understand how some FNG got sent on a literal wild goose chase and swept away by the tide. We are all so lucky that the fishing boat was there to pick him out and drink. This case is getting closed without any disciplinary sanctions. It helps that the kid is being a sport about it. Regardless, I need everyone at your outpost to consider themselves on probation. I gave some personal assurances to secure this outcome, so my neck is on the line too. He sent that kid? Okay, yeah, no, that's kind of sussy. The Spider Art version 0.1 is finished. You're not sure how to continue it. I will now bully in chat. Do not bully the whale.
Regular infrastructure improvements have also blunted the disgruntled sarcasm towards occasional hardship.
Civil Corps of Engineers. No sea bunnies. Look at how cute it is.
The sea bunny is most defined by Will Voynich's cartoons. Kids Wilderness is a monthly publication created and edited by Will Voynich, written and illustrated by Voynich and various contributors. Using friendly illustrations, it focuses on natural science, camping, and health and wellness. It joins the official Sunday newspaper as one of the planet's only 2 print publications. Voynich was originally a cartographer and among those first to land with Kronos 5. Children's literature only became a guiding passion after he discovered himself a soon-to-be father.
That's nice. He was gonna be a father, so he made kid-friendly content.
And realised how very little would be available for the new generation by way of age-appropriate entertainment and education. On off hours at the Cartographic Survey Computer Lab, using optical scanners and image editing software designed for map-making, Voynich painstakingly constructed his first works. 5 volumes containing every fable he could remember from his own childhood.
Oh, I like this. I like the sounds. It's like rain. Oh, it sounds like it's raining on something.
While he faithfully retells many of these timeless classics, Voynich's recall is often hazy. Several of the stories are so misremembered, they are more original work than adaptations. For example, The Elephant and the Mouse retains nothing from the Aesop tale besides the titular animals. Voynich's version has the two discussing the different sorts of dreams they have while sleeping.
It's a nice version of it.
Voynich's first intentional works of fiction would be penned for Kids Wilderness. The Adventures of Seabun in Monaco.
Look at the Seabun! Sonder and the giraffe. It's not. Look at this. Oh my god. ASMR enjoys Sonder is not the time to be swept away by the sound of redacted. It's rain. It's not redacted. The Adventures of Seabun in Monaco #4. Seabun eats the telecommunication network. Yeah, he's eating a cable. He's eating a cable. This is fun. Seabun looking like Max and Ruby. You've unlocked, like, a repressed memory right now, Kid Riser. Oh my god, I forgot that existed. Cables? Bro. Does Seabun really be like a rat right now? Eating my cables. He's eating the internet
charm
cable.
of Seabun and Monaco found an immediate and enthusiastic audience.
I think Monaco is supposed to be a sea dog. Nice art, Kuro. Did he post
Currently
the art?
playing are musical arrangements from the Puppet Show adaptation, which has been touring schoolhouses. The songs were composed and performed by Nico Kuprin. The formula of each adventure largely follows the same beats. Seabun, an ocean sprite with impish curiosity and an endless appetite for inedible material, happens upon some unknown piece of infrastructure and decides to devour it.
It's just a sea bunny eating everything.
Meanwhile, Monaco, a nervous eel sidekick who always follows Seabun, watches on in comically exaggerated terror while imagining the most nightmarish possible outcomes.
That's what Alien Kirby looks like.
These predictions of doom
Dude.
never come to pass. But Seabun's actions do cause significant damage, forcing construction crews to deploy for repairs. Seabun, now realizing his error, uses his supernatural strength to help workers in various ways and atones for his destructive acts. Everything is then rebuilt stronger than before.
You know what this means? This means that Seabun rebuilt my internet cables. I wish.
The story formula seeks to inform young readers
Kirby's the
about
god of
vital
destruction.
infrastructure,
Shh.
where it is found, what happens if it breaks, and the sort of specialised work that maintenance requires.
You can see him. You can see him in the corner. You can see his ears in the corner of the image.
It also seeks to make the harsh edges of a frontier life less frightening and unknown to young readers.
He's hugging a fish plushie. It's so cute.
Each story ends with the sleepy Seabun returning to his burrow with a souvenir where he slumbers peacefully. That is, until he gets hungry again.
Until he gets hungry again. Up.
Given how entrenched the character has become in the popular consciousness here,
Lore
We
wise
feel it's
Kirby is a
appropriate
god.
that
I
the
know.
Seabun
I
help
just
guide
ignore
our
it because I don't want to
exploration
think
of
about
these
Kirby
oceans.
lore. I'm sorry, Kirby lore is too much for my brain to handle.
While each species has its own unique adaptation to this niche lifestyle, we can create several broad categories of benefits such evolution aims to harness.
A reminder, we're back to why it's a benefit to live on a whale.
Moving through water takes energy. It is far easier to travel great distance when someone else is doing the swimming.
Remember, kids, this is why you should live on whales. He's more dark matter than a god. This whole tangent, dude, that took like 20 minutes. Oh, thank you for the water. It's not funny, screams for enemies, bro. Two-sentence horror. I was hitting the gritty downstairs, but I saw my shadow hitting the orange juice. That is peak internet horror right there. Hello, Forgotten. We're watching a fictional documentary. If you wanna stick around and stay comfortable, I recommend getting some popcorn.
Simply hitching a ride can be greatly beneficial. For example, one species of crab only lives on Brillo whales every other generation and uses whale transportation to greatly expand its range. Unless one is the apex predator, the threat of being eaten is an ever-present reality. If one lives as a potential meal, it is very important to be the least desirable, most difficult of meals. Finding alliance with a giant beast and living under its protection creates a very effective deterrence.
Look how smug the sea bunny is, dude.
It's always still possible to be eaten, but hunters now risk facing off with a leviathan. Some partnerships are more proactive. Certain shark, skates, rays and scarps have formed hunting partnership with the Brillos. They help find and catch quarry, then share in the feast. Pack hunting allows the Brillo to take down larger and different sorts of prey. The blood or waste of Brillo whales can also provide a source of nourishment.
Leviathan. I mean, it is a whale. I can only imagine how
It's
big it
not
gets.
offered freely. Obviously, a Brillo whale cannot stand to be eaten alive. An Earth parallel is an oxpecker bird on a rhinoceros. The bird may drink a marginal amount of blood while it cleans off ticks. It's a fair trade for the rhinoceros, as the tick is the far greater threat. So too, will a Brillo whale expend blood in a beneficial relationship? In several instances, living on a Brillo has evolved into part of an organism's life cycle, and the specific conditions regulated in a Brillo's body are required for a new generation. In some cases, this goes even further. With the biology of the two species becoming so enmeshed, it is unclear where one ends and the other begins.
You run out of drink. I'm not gonna drink blood. I still have my vitamin water. We're fine. Clueless. Why am I clueless, Tempest?
But these instances are rare. Our research team is very interested if these extreme cases represent a functioning system, or the pathological eventuality to such complicated arrangements. All of these riders taking in small amounts adds up to a great expense for the host. This prompts the obvious next question.
I don't know what despicable thing I would just... What are you doing? Did I miss a redeem? Is that why you were asking me if I ran out of water? I'm gonna look at it right now. I did not. Okay, we're Gucci.
What does the whale stand to benefit from this arrangement?
Alright, we've gone over the benefits of living on the whale. Now, what does the whale benefit? Don't gaslight yourself. I didn't. Gaslighting isn't real. I'm just crazy, okay?
This is more complicated to respond to. There seems to be as many answers as there are Brillo whales, as there is spectacular variety among Brillos.
Thank you for the water.
For now, let us approach the answer with specific examples from this mother.
Good water.
The most prominent feature along her body is the wide variety of photosynthesizing organisms.
Benefits
The whale is,
protection
of
by
course, not an
camouflage.
autotroph producing her own energy from sunlight.
I did it before as well. I'm pretty sure. I'll do it again. I'll drink it twice.
But the specialized sea flora pays rent by sharing some of their sugars into her blood. When light is low, roots ferment, and alcohol is also created as a byproduct. Certain plants near her head also act as fishing lures, drawing food to her maw. While she may occasionally swim deeper, a partially plant-subsidized life has locked her within the photic zone, the upper aquatic layer where enough sunlight can sustain the leaves.
The body is the feed for the vegetation is the food for the whale. That? Yes. That's what they said. So the plants are gonna, like, make sugars, and then they give it some of it to the whale. And in return, the whale simply gives it sunlight and a place to not be eaten.
Adult Brillo behavior and biology is often dramatically influenced by their symbiotic arrangement.
Yes, sir.
Here we see a blood trilobite.
I
This
didn't
is
see
not an
that.
invited guest.
It's a parasite! Oh my
A long
god.
needle-like proboscis pushes down and taps a vein.
That's a really long needle. Me who absorbs sunlight for food. Bro, Kid Rider's just built different. What can I say?
Drinking in
that's
great volume and
scary.
offering nothing in return, it is a true parasite. This is a job for the vellum worm. Vellum worms fill their stomachs by grooming Brillos of unwanted visitors. It is currently hypothesized that vellum worms distinguish the welcome from the attackers through smell and taste. Parasites have all been found to have elevated amounts of a bile-like Brillo waste inside them. This mother Brillo also has to worry about creatures browsing her lovely plants.
He doesn't know he's clueless. What's going on? Did my stream die? What are you guys talking about? Dude, I'm gonna freak out. Tempest, please. Is there someone in the VC? No. I'm so confused.
Herbivorous fish attempt frequent raids on the leafy goods.
Embarrassing.
This one is alone and
Low
quite
HC.
oblivious. The vellum worm packs a powerful punch for larger animals.
Imagine not knowing. Tempest Gaslight. I think I know what he's talking about. Are you playing Magicka without me? Because if you are, good job. I saw you open the game.
A neurotoxin-filled barb is shot into the fish's heart. It can only manage a faint muscle spasm before the venom completes its work.
Dude, this fish just got shot in the heart. Also, hello HC. I don't know if I said it already. Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Yes, sir. You're crazy. We love casting spells.
The Brillo whale's strategy is called a symbiotic garden. It is an intentionally cultivated arrangement and a precarious balance of mutual reliance.
I'm going to shift tab the Tempest right now. You're right. I saw you open the game. You immediately went offline.
When successfully maintained, the host becomes a morass of life. It is usually defended from attack. It can sometimes acquire energy in novel ways, and occasionally it is able to invade new niche ecosystems. The universal downside experienced by all Brillos is that more complexity creates more points for failure.
The more I see, the more complex the ecosystem on its back, the greater chance it's gonna fail horribly.
An adult Brillo's life is dominated by the struggle to groom a semblance of order into increasingly overgrown flanks. To a simple calf, these adult problems have yet to enter his mind.
It's the whale!
Today he has found his mother's leaves serve as fun streamers to play with.
That looks like it would hurt the mother.
She finally scolds him.
Oh no.
She is too unwell to tolerate any more roughhousing. He doesn't quite understand, but he has other diversions. Primarily drinking more of her milk. Given the complexity of Brillo anatomy, even small health problems can swiftly spiral out of control. This female experienced complications while giving birth. A thorned branch has become ingrown, puncturing through both the layer of protective outer muscle and the cuticle barrier.
Real question is, can I grow potatoes on the whale's back? I feel like you could. But also, this whale is currently being, has a piece has a branch inside of their, intestine right now. Oh my god,
This had begun
that's
prior to
horrible.
carving, but her contractions to extend the womb also caused the plant shard to stab deeper.
Also, why are you gaslighting me, Adam? That's not cool. That's not hip. That's not cool.
The
I feel
spikes are now
bad.
in contact with her intestines. Fortunately,
God.
there is no puncture yet.
This is like a nightmare feel. I'm not. Shut up.
The
I'm not
site is
talking to you
inflamed
anymore.
and white blood cells flood the area. The immune system unmistakably identifies this as an injury.
This reminds me of the dude that had a pine tree growing inside his lung. This is basically the same thing, except this is supposed to
We
happen.
can witness her stiff reluctance to move and read a jolt in brain activity when she's jostled. It must be greatly painful.
Well, I guess not inside of their intestine. It's fine, but the pain was unbearable. God damn.
The greatest danger right now is a tear of the intestines, which would certainly be fatal.
Oh no.
There is reason to hope. Our scans also reveal that she has recovered from a similar injury in the past. Perhaps Brillos regularly endure such ghastly wounds.
That makes sense.
Perhaps it was the safety of the Brillo herd which afforded her enough time to convalesce. Certainly her odds of survival will be boosted greatly if she is able to make the long swim back. For now, she is still well enough to care for her newborn, though doing so must be exhausting.
Look at him.
Judging by several physical indicators, this is most likely her first calf. Those Brillows who manage their gardens well can be extremely long-lived. Females can give birth as many as 8 times. If the calf survives, one day he too might also cast his genes forward, his own minute fingerprint on the future's shape. Regardless of whatever metric of success we observers of an outside species might apply, his life will be led by the means it was forged, in the crucible of natural selection. But, for now, a rare moment of shelter.
He's sleeping! That's cute. You and my sister drops the gremlins off for a few days. No. Alright guys, we're on chapter 3. If I remember, there's only 4 chapters, so we're 3/4 of the way done. Well, we're only halfway done since we just finished chapter 2.
This is a simplified map of the local ocean topography. The deep blue represents a fault line, the planetary scar where 2 tectonic plates meet. As with Earth, this land is a moving crust atop a globe.
Like a branch in my side. Oh my god.
The planet-shaping force of subduction pushed ground up above the sea.
It's a very interesting game. It is very interesting, very entertaining.
Creating what is now named the Chartreuse Archipelago. The island chain runs for about 870 kilometers, drawing a ragged line away from the continent.
Could use that to your advantage. Are there any choices? Make the gremlins do your chores.
These names were given by an early survey team assessing the grounds for a harbour or research outpost.
Yo, South Scrimshaw. Maybe that's where the whale's going.
The body of water created between the Scrimshaw Islands
Uncle Riser made me not be lazy.
is known as the Thalo Bay. The large inlet is exactly what a Brillo whale breeding ground requires.
Alright, time to go on a tangent.
Regarding Brillo carving, the most important feature of the bay is the chemical composition and concentration of fungal spores.
I'm fun to be around.
For now, we will limit our discussion to the choreography of the breeding ground.
Oh,
3 separate herds converged this year to give birth simultaneously. The dots estimate their prior positions. Not all Brillos make this trek every year, but many more whales assist besides parents. Pregnant whales move into the centre, where they maintain as much distance from one another as possible. Perhaps due to the unpredictable anatomy of their fellow Brillos, or a vulnerability in the skin of the newborns, calves are kept segregated from all others for the first months of their life.
tucked into a place for games. Dude, I remember going to Chuck E. Cheese. I remember having so much fun. But I went back there, like in high school or something, just to see if, like, it was as fun. It really wasn't. Yeah, segregation, it's for the safety of the newborn.
The remaining herd forms a blockade at the mouth of the bay, while the pregnant whales deliver. As weeks pass, hunger and distraction start to erode focus on this task. The amount of time that the herd can wait is finite. When the time comes, all leave together at once, moving with the safety of numbers. Their destination will be one of several coral reefs.
It was fun, what do you mean, bro? Clearly you've never been to
Those unable to move on
Buster's.
time must be abandoned.
Oh, they abandoned
The healthy
the
cannot
whales.
hazard everyone's odds of survival for the sake of a few infirm. Our mother, wounded as she is one of several this year who befell this fate.
Oh no. She was left behind.
Outside of that season, the whales live elsewhere. Usually they are found at coral reefs and areas more productive with food. Brillos require a very high-calorie diet.
Live it while you're young until the creaky bones kick in. Me when my arthritis doesn't let me stand up. I'll be streaming non-stop after I lose function in my legs.
We now find our whales here, at the border to the Great Vathis Ocean. It is a bright day in early autumn. An unseasonable cold front chills the air.
Sandra, when are you drinking the Grimace shake? Honestly, I've heard that the shake is pretty mid. So I feel like it's not worth it. I'd rather get like a freaking, what's it called? A McFlurry or whatever.
Below the surface, we find our mother, bracing for the journey. Judging by her mobility, her health has much improved. The delay is likely not related to her recovering wounds. The distance between the Tharlo Bay and the southern reef is inhabited by many large predators. Many Brillo calves are taken in these waters.
Oh no.
Her loud songs are searching for another Brillo's response. She has been making these calls since before dawn. She does not want to make this journey alone.
You know, that makes sense. If they survived, they weren't worthy. Huh? That doesn't make sense. Apple fritter? Exactly. Kid Rider gets it. Instead of having your own opinions about it, you decide to be a sheep? Dude. Look at the whale.
The calf returns with a fresh lungful of oxygen. And quickly retreats back to the bramble under his mother. For once, he does not need to be told to stay close.
POV.
Undoubtedly, he can also read the change in his mother's behavior. And the unfamiliar place ahead is deeper and colder. Faintly at first, a new sound reaches them. His mother startles. They both listen.
They hear something.
It's another whale.
Yo! Where is it though?
A Brillo whale, and it is getting nearer. Our mother booms a reply back. The calf's curious nature starts to show itself again. He has yet to meet a Brillo besides his mother.
I wonder how old he is at this point.
He spots something.
Oh.
A large body begins to emerge from the hazy distance.
He's squinting to see
It
it.
continues to approach, but the calf still can't quite understand what he's looking at.
Bioshock PTSD. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
The calf's curiosity morphs into discomfort the closer it gets. Discomfort turns into outright alarm.
Oh, he's scared.
He pleads to his mother in distress. She rebukes him in reply as if to say, "Don't be rude to the new neighbors."
Just kill the boss without entering the arena. And yes, you were playing Shadow. I know you were playing Shadow Wizard Money Gang. I already called you out on it. Anyways, Tempest, we have found another whale.
One cannot blame him for his confusion.
What the fuck? What is that there?
This Brillo whale's appearance was shaped to be deceptive.
What are we looking at? Where is its head?
It is a beautiful and ghastly example of mimicry. The way the jaws gently undulate is startlingly believable.
Let me know when you're getting sponsored by the Shadow Government. Okay. Crash to desktop? Did your game crash already? It's like a monster from Killing Floor. Bro.
The grim exterior is the work of an important symbiotic partner.
Oh? What's over there? Look at that
The
thing!
Weaver lobe.
It's so fat. It's real? Of course it's real, otherwise I wouldn't be here.
These prodigious builders turn their colonies into terrifying scarecrows by spinning and sculpting Osama.
Awesome.
Osoma is a long-chain polymer found in great abundance here. It is totally novel to our researchers. When soft, it is similar in texture to a neoprene diving suit. Through a curing process, it can be hardened to various levels. In its stiffest state, it resembles the chitin shell of a beetle.
As HC said, it no longer crashes.
A second documentary team is currently compiling all of the latest discoveries.
However, it can't kill you.
Until then, we hope our simple introduction to this material suffices.
Look at this fat thing.
Water is channeled through the layered construction, swelling and emptying various pockets, creating animal-like locomotion.
It's a mustache.
Our resident Weaver lobe expert insists that the beastly facade before us here should have taken many decades to complete. It also seems unlikely that it was built from scratch on the whale's back. Perhaps if Weaver lobes are able to relocate such structures, an established colony was simply carried on to the Brillo's back.
Fat shaming? It looks cute. It's not. He's not fat. He's husky. Exactly. See, Kid Riser knows. No wait. Oh god. I saw you bought BOD, so I reinstalled the game. Yes, I already installed it. I might play it. I might try it after the Shermans. He's chunky. He is chunky. It's a
Such a
chunky
fearsome
one.
appearance does much to ward off predators. The reversed head may also help to confuse prey.
Reversed head. Oh, his eyes are on the other side. Oh, that's crazy.
We
Oh,
do
I
not
didn't
know
even see
why
that.
she was left behind, but this Brillo is a valuable addition to the ocean crossing.
Oh, there's
She
another.
too is a mother, looking to deliver her child to safety. It seems that all Brillo calves are quite shy around new acquaintances. Our calf growls to himself.
Seeing that at night ain't no way, dude. Imagine just being like an exploration team or something. You go into the water and you see that. I just have a heart attack. Even though I think it wouldn't like attack you, it's still like it's a jump scare.
Scoldings are unlikely to budge his unwelcoming attitude,
Ah, he's scared.
nor will the surprise of additional friends. The calf was so distracted by what was in front of him that he failed to notice what was swimming up from behind.
Oh. What is that?
She's something like a faceless stone golem. The exterior is more bizarre than menacing.
What am I looking
It
at?
might serve as some kind of armor, but our crew is at a loss to describe it on first sight.
Is this another whale? This looks like another whale.
Like our Brillo mother, this whale may also have some kind of internal injury. She is only able to produce short, abrupt honks instead of complex songs.
How does it see? Where are its eyes? Oh, it's another mother.
She is also a mother. Regardless of what benefit her exterior provides, her presence alone will help contribute to a safe crossing. Flanked by these strangers, our calf seems very disturbed. New experiences may be uncomfortable now, but they will lead him to understand the Brillo way.
Oh?
His mother jolts him forward with a shove of her branches. It is unlikely that more companions will show up, and there is no time left to delay.
God, they gotta get going.
All following her lead, the 6 whales head out into the ocean to find their lost herd.
Let's go.
The pod is now 57 kilometers from the Great Southern Reef. This is the final leg of their journey, and their path crosses over a wide abyssal trench.
The bottom whale is swimming upside down. Oh, this one's swimming sideways. They're making the Triforce of whales.
The parent whales set the pace at a rigorous 6 kilometers an hour. They swim in a typical defensive formation, though with only 3 adults, it is not possible to fully encircle the youths. The trek has been arduous for our little calf, but he has endured it with admirable stoicism.
He's got this, bro.
Drink!
Slowing down is not an
For the
option.
water.
He is able to sense this himself.
There you go.
Something large has been following the whales.
What is that? The shark.
It first appeared in the early afternoon and has maintained the same steady distance ever since.
I don't like the music, bro. Something bad's gonna happen.
Hours passed and the mysterious animal failed to approach or make any concerning moves.
You imagine how horrifying that is. You're just like walking down the street. Just some random guy is just like a block away from you at all times.
The calf's fear of the unknown was slowly overtaken again by interest in his new Brillo companions.
I would not, like, get my eyes off of that, whatever that thing is, I'm gonna be honest. And he looked away, okay.
The stony-skinned mother whale and her calf now swim to his left flank. This calf was whining earlier, but seems to have calmed.
Why is there a bright light? Fish are friends, not food. The Finding Nemo shark. True, but this is a whale. This isn't a fish.
The stony mother's outer surface has slowly morphed shape throughout the day, greatly reducing in size.
Suspicious.
It is as if the exterior nodules are deflating. What mechanism triggers this change or how they shrink, we do not know. Overall, she is slightly more streamlined in form than earlier. Perhaps she can intentionally contract her shell for extra mobility.
That's me when I take the city transportation.
Our
There's
calf
always the
doesn't know what
weirdo
to make
out
of her
there.
either.
Yeah, no. I know New York City is supposedly has one of the best public transportation in the world, but it's really messed up. Like, just go to YouTube and just type, go to YouTube and type in only in New York, and you'll see so many, only in NYC, and there's gonna be so many compilations of people doing stupid stuff on like public transit. Most of them are funny, but yeah, you hating? No, bro.
Below
You mean
her
I'm
swim
hating?
the
I live
mother
here.
whale and her calf. Along with one of our semi-autonomous light drones.
Oh, is that what the light is?
Since the autonomous side of this semi-autonomous
So
drone has
true.
chosen to enter frame and spoil the shot, this seems an appropriate moment to talk about some of the machines used in South Scrimshaw's production.
4 pesos for public transit.
Almost all of our remote-operated vehicles, ROVs, are surplus from the pacification war.
You live there, dude. Me living in New York City is not a secret. I've said it so many times.
When the self-appointed International Coalition declared
8 million
Earth's
people
intention
here.
to
I
globally
doubt that you're
adopt
gonna
the
find
doctrine
me.
of resistance, they provoked the construction of a war drone fleet. An army of multi-purpose and single-purpose robots was fabricated in less than 5 days.
I walk in the streets where you can fight 4 pesos on the floor. What do you mean fight?
Due to the brevity of the conflict, limited mostly between Earth factions, and the eventual unconditional capitulation offered, almost none of these war machines saw deployment. Today, all can agree that avoiding a protracted land invasion or an apocalyptic scenario such as kinetic bombardment was a necessity. Today,
Why the
these robots
Stuxia
represent
attacked?
progress
Yeah,
and
no,
optimism
I assumed
instead
as
of
much.
death and coercion. Their strike platforms decommissioned and AI reprogrammed, they are now tools of education and discovery.
So these public transportation is still free for me? Dude. This man's living the life. I have like a reduced fare. I'm part of like a reduced fare program. So I only pay like half the fare for my public transit. And that's only because I'm broke. If you live in New York City and you're like that shit broke, you need to apply for the reduced fare program because it's so useful. It's just you're just paying half. It's amazing. They've calculated that you found more than 1k pesos. Like on the floor, this man.
This declassified schematic illustrates just one of the wonderful drones at our disposal.
I'm gonna rob you for that. Literally apply for it. It takes like 10 minutes. It's 7 normally. This man. Oh, this is the light that we were seeing. LEDs. Engine. Drivetrain. Water intake. Impeller. Fix diffuser vanes. Steering nozzle. Reverse deflect. What? Retro encapsulator. Bro, half of these things don't exist, and I don't like it. Capacitive directant drivers. Huh? Horsefly weapon platform decommissioned. Pre-famulated Amulite battery unit. Seawater cooling system ballast tank connection. Central AI control unit.
We thank the Kronos 7 leadership for their continued logistical support of our project.
Tempest is hustling on guard. Why you ain't simp with that? End stream? No, I'm going to finish this game. It's not that long. In my school, you found 438 pesos, and the series you found more. I'm questioning the legitimacy of the found the money. he found them. They were just. No, you didn't understand. He found the money.
Swimming upside
it's just
down
that
is the
someone
most
else had
uncomfortable
them
spot for a
when he found
Brillo,
it. Okay.
and the mimic mother refused to take her turn until minutes ago.
Swimming upside down is the most uncomfortable.
Her stubbornness may not be entirely
Found on the
unreasonable.
floor. Okay.
While upside down, her disguise as a wide-jawed monster appears to fall apart. The illusion of a toothy beast is currently broken.
I feel like that's really bad.
Our calf gets a reassuring hum from his mother.
Okay.
This always seems to quell his unease. He is safe within her nest of thorns. He must focus on swimming.
3 of those passes were in pure sense, my man.
But it's hard to ignore that ominous thing in the distance.
Something my father used to do was, he would collect pennies in like this really big tube. And a couple of years ago, we opened it up. Like, it was full. There was thousands of pennies in there. But like, it was only like $15. It was only $15 worth of pennies, bro.
This is a penumbra shark. It is the fastest marine animal on the planet.
Oh, it is a shark. I'm scared. On the trees, there's a bill of 200. This man.
For the penumbra, 6 kilometers an hour is a leisurely pace. It could comfortably stalk the whales days on end.
What the fuck?
An apex hunter, patient with experience, it will preserve all possible energy for an opportune strike.
Maybe it's for illegal trading? Nah, Tempest, I put it there. I was just keeping it there until I could go back.
Very much like a sailfish, penumbra sharks have a large dorsal fin along their back. This is kept retracted until the moment of attack. With
Oh,
several flicks of the tail,
shit.
it vanishes from sight.
The shark is gone. I'm scared. Guys, the shark is gone. What do we do? I don't want to click. I don't want to click the next one. I found a $20 bill once. Until now, you haven't seen one again. Dude, the most I found on the floor was like a quarter. I will be clueless. You know, good option. You know, I commend you for that. Anyways, the shark swam away. What do we do? I'm scared. I'm gonna click. I'm gonna click if something bad happens, it's your fault.
Panic overtakes the whales and the defensive formation
Okay, we're
immediately
fine.
breaks apart.
What do you mean immediately breaks apart? The entire point of saying information was so that nothing would happen. Whales, what are you doing? Please.
Our calf looks down.
I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't want to click on the next page. Okay, hello Simp, how's it going? This is the Navy, Sonder. This is not the Navy. I'm clicking on the next page. It's to be expected. This isn't the Navy. These are whales. These are whales. Alright. Everyone preach.
The mimic mother has abandoned her post.
Why would she do that? She's literally the only whale with armor. I mean, I guess a stone one can. You will not pray. I need you to pray. Find your own way, bro. I need you to pray for the whales. Please.
Nothing stands between our calf and the open abyss below.
This is literally a horror movie. We're fine. We're fine. What the fuck have the whales ever done to you? Give you a documentary to look at. Okay, that's not good. I think our whale is dead.
The fight or flight reaction is as intense as it is instantaneous. A full threat alarm floods from the hypothalamus, shooting through every nerve and chemical pathway. Adrenaline pumps into the blood. The perception of time dilates. Details of the world suddenly stand out with vivid intensity, even in this low light. Two rows of white teeth are searingly clear.
This is what a QuickTime event feels like. Dude, this whale is experiencing an IRL QuickTime event.
The calf finds his own fins now move in slow motion too. Seawater suddenly feels solid, suspending him in place.
Oh god. He can't move.
Trapped in harm's
getting
way, he can only
closer.
watch the events unfold,
I think the whale's gonna die here.
until a tremble runs through the thorns surrounding him.
Oh?
The mother's branches are held under tension and can be released with the force of a catapult. She flexes. Cords snap. And in an instant, the calf is swaddled in protective barbs and makeshift spears. The shark senses the change
Oh?
and shifts the attack direction
Well, our whale is safe, but where's it gonna go now?
to the stone mother's calf,
Oh shit. Oh no.
who is exposed and helpless.
Oh no.
Our calf momentarily loses consciousness, but the barbed vines around him act as a net. His mother whisks him away with her.
She flexed. She flexed, but she didn't flex hard enough.
As our calf comes to again, he finds an awful scent filling the water. He looks back to see what happened to his travel companion.
Oh no. Oh my god.
The sight horrifies.
The train metaphor. Hey bro, the mother did what she had to do to protect her child. It is respectable. But also, goddamn, they still lost one. That's kind of sad.
It is the reality of predation from the perspective of the prey.
You really wanged it up this time? Dude, I'm not... This is a visual novel. I'm not controlling it. What is this game? This is a fictional documentary about a whale on an alien planet.
Because of his mother, Our calf is the survivor, and not the cautionary example for others to learn from. Less than 20 kilometers remain until the reef and the safety of their Brillo herd.
They were halfway there.
The mimic mother races ahead, leaving the weaker whales to their fate. The stone mother lags behind. Her movements are confused. She is still in a state of shock over the death of her child.
I feel bad.
Our calf struggles to follow. It is much harder to swim outside of a larger whale's slipstream. And his mother is falling far behind again. He races back to be by her side. The calf
did the
has
mother
been
get
running
hurt
ahead
when
of her
she
sight
which
and then returning.
flexed?
The back and forth seem to coax his mother a little further each time. But now her strength has failed.
Oh no.
She cannot even lift her fins in response. Her old wounds were opened by the physical exertion to save her child's life.
I would simply intervene. I would handle. You cannot handle a whale. Skill issue, baby. What? What do you mean?
She will not recover. He whistles the familiar call to play. There is no more response. She has finally slipped from consciousness.
I don't think you guys understand the point of a documentary is that you don't intervene with anything.
She cannot remain with her calf any longer.
She's gonna die.
He continues to press for a reaction. Desperation compounds the grief. At this age, calves are completely dependent on a mother's milk and protection. With nowhere to go, the calf remains at her side.
Work to you, but I'm built different. I have no control over the story, dude. What the heck?
The research team witnesses the mother's final pulses of electrical activity fade and extinguish. There is a long pause. Two researchers start a heated discussion on the ethics of intervention.
They're literally talking about the ethics of intervening.
But before any consensus is reached,
I've worked with a group of herd hounds for buffaloes. Worked on bull buffaloes. They can jump higher than what the fuck?
the argument is interrupted by a low rumble over the hydrophone.
Oh.
The Stone Mother never left the area.
She's back.
She watches our car from a distance. A new day begins to dawn over the coral reef. Brillo whales start to stir from slumber. Together, the Stone Mother and our calf have arrived safely. Though physically and emotionally depleted, neither has found any sleep. The calf gorges on milk, famished from the previous day's ordeal. This adoption in the wild may be extraordinary to witness happen, but acts of apparent generosity have not been an uncommon sight to anyone following this intensely social species. The Stone Mother's exterior appears to now be fully deflated. We can see a more familiar shape underneath. It's the outline of a young female whale, quite small in size for an adult specimen.
They told us if the bull gets out, run for your vehicles or get gored. Oh my god. Bro. This is why you simply watch and do not intervene.
She has saved our calf from certain death. Perhaps our calf is helping her continue
It was
on
200
too.
and I did it. You know what? Worth it. Wait, 200 per what? 200 per
finally
day?
slumbers. It is good that he takes the moment to recover while he can.
Or like... Watch a documentary instead, exactly.
He will need the rest. In the morning, he will awaken to an overwhelming new world.
Well, they made it to the coral reef. Good job, whale. Good job. Chapter 4! Alright, this is the last chapter.
The miracle of Brillos is not that other creatures can live inside the whales. This sort of arrangement is not uncommon. You, the viewing audience, have countless residents inside your own body.
An adult human is composed of approximately 30 trillion cells. An estimated additional 39 trillion microbial cells, bacteria, viruses and fungi live on and in the average person's body.
I hope you're all taking
Medical
notes.
science has long understood the importance of the microorganisms within us and the role they play in good health.
200 for the whole herd in one day, and there was 15 of us, and the supervisor. Dude, I could never. I don't mess with animals, bro. Unless they're like a dog. I love dogs.
Interplanetary travel has elevated this research to the forefront of medicine. Alien atmospheres are a soup of microorganisms that Earth-raised animals have never encountered before. To the globe-hopping human, the radical change of biome is first felt in the gut.
Oh, God.
Known as planetary dysbiosis, arrival sickness, or simply the drags, all off-world-born humans experience an immobilizing nausea soon after entering the new atmosphere.
Don't forget hamsters, you're right. But you know, the hamster is basically just a part, you know? The hamster exists at all times. Emotional support hamster.
Even with the year-long acclimation program one undergoes in low orbit, the drags cannot be eliminated. Arrival procedure for all travellers includes a period of convalescence at Mercy Star Hospital. Dysbiosis symptoms last anywhere from 14 days to 6 weeks. The worst documented cases persisted for over a year and required intensive care.
Oh God, that sounds horrible, man.
Pictured, limnologist and ranger first class Maria Ukichiro. Her 25-day recovery is documented as routine. In a message to Kronos Earth Branch cadets, RFC Ukichiro warns, "The initial headaches are too intense to get up and go to the bathroom. In the beginning, you'll mostly suffer on a bedpan.
Oh God.
When food isn't coming up or out, you're forcing down a prescribed diet heavy in probiotics. I do mean forcing. The doctors require you to eat certain amounts every day, no matter how nauseated it makes you. Don't think that the kind nurses will let you skip meals either. Your spoon or their tube. Only thing you get to decide. The cuisine here is dominated by fermented and preserved foods. You can blame the past shortage of home refrigeration, state of the grid, whatever. Point is, when you inevitably smell yogurt or sauerkraut later, you'll feel violently ill and want to die."
The freaking arrival gets PTSD, bro.
Every off-worlder goes through that. You'll get over it. See you soon, rookies.
The miracle of Brillo whales is their ability to pick and choose their occupants.
Yes, sir.
Our whale will now begin this process of selection. Providing a backdrop for the next chapter is another amazing marine animal whose colourful anatomy can construct whole ecosystems. Our Earth audience will find it a familiar species. It is the reef-building coral.
The coral reef. Let's go.
A Bakili fish gently picks her way along a mountainous path of calcium carbonate exoskeletons. It's her daily prowl for food, and something tasty has her attention. plump, bite-sized greebles are entrenched in the nooks below.
There's that.
It'll take her quite a bit of work to pry them out.
The fish is hungry.
As the Bikili calculates the best approach of attack, her preparations are interrupted. She joins the other fish fleeing for their lives.
There's something bigger in the water.
A higher caste of the food chain steals the scene.
What the heck is that?
It's a spotted barnacle claw.
Looks like a squid. With like a million tentacles. And they're all really small. It's like a claw machine. Oh, look at them!
One powerful yank extracts the entire colony hiding below.
Look at them scream! Crab people. Okay,
The host
no,
Brillo
I thought it was
whale
a lot
groans
smaller.
with dissatisfaction. This isn't a meal fit for a leviathan.
Oh, wait. Oh, the crabs. The crabs are on another whale, and they're feeding the whale.
They will continue browsing for something more substantial.
Oh, that's
Our
kind of
whale
cool.
watches the drama unfold from a safe distance, somewhat perplexed. In the 6 years since we last rejoined him, the Great Reef has not run short of new surprises.
Oh, 6 years have passed. Oh my lord.
From near and far, one can hear the calls of unknown brillos bounding off these cavernous walls. At least he still has someone familiar to rely on. His adoptive mother is usually out of sight, but never too far away. She has changed quite a great deal since we last saw her. Perhaps in response to the Penumbra shark attack, she has undergone a zealous application of eye spots to her figure.
It literally just looks like a boulder at this point.
While not as outwardly apparent, our young whale's body has undergone an even more radical change.
Yes, he has dark spots around his eyes. You can clearly tell he has not slept in
His
ages.
skin layers and immune system have fully developed and are ready to host other species. This dermatological puberty is the crossroad.
He hit puberty.
He must decide what sort of Brillo he will become.
Oh.
How does a young whale make such a crucial decision? The choices are overwhelming, the combinations are infinite, and mistakes are fatal. One way to ensure future success is to replicate past success. Brillo youths find a welcoming adult. And attempt to fashion themselves in their likeness.
Look at it. Is this basically the equivalent of like choosing a major?
The older whale assists with offerings of seeds, eggs, larvae, and other materials needed to begin the garden. The younger whale remains close for the years after, learning new behavior from the adult.
Interesting.
Not every option available to a young whale is desirable.
What the heck are we looking at? This is a snail, bro. This ain't no whale.
This old-timer is welcoming, but our whale is visibly uncomfortable. It isn't hard to imagine why, but on the other hand, another young Brillo might happily accept this body plan. What shapes such individual preference? Realistically, there are far too many influences to chart, but from our limited data, there is one factor that stands out. We estimate that half of Brillos choose to replicate their own mothers. Our whale displays this preference towards his biological mother.
The whale has started the old Gilila mission. Yes. He must choose his camouflage. What's
These
that?
ribbon plants are the same variety she once wore. Our calf returns here every day,
Is that another whale?
but it is no use. This Brillo whale is deceased. Nothing but a cleaned skeleton remains beneath the foliage.
Oh,
Almost nothing.
that's kind of sad. Almost nothing.
Our optics technician noticed a strange blip while alternating camera modes. Zooming in
Enhance. What is that?
and switching to infrared, show an ordinary thermal image. As expected, the plants are close to the ambient ocean temperature, but after several seconds, the intermittent blinking resumes. This is an older model IR strobe, typically worn attached to the helmet or vest for identification in emergency situations. Upon retrieving the device and referencing the serial number, we can confirm. This deceased whale was the first Brillo ever encountered by humans.
We get backstories on the whale.
The story
Let's go.
dates back to the early days of Outpost Zeta's construction. A fishing boat captain ignored an ominous weather forecast and went to sea collecting crab traps. Conditions deteriorated faster than his optimistic assumptions. The boat was smashed by a wave while returning to harbour. In the aftermath, 2 deckhands were found missing. Lodestar 1, a heavy aerial command ship able to withstand the violent winds, took off from Vajrapani Airport to begin the search. Scanning the roiling wave below, aided by GPS tracker and IR beacons, the 2 shipmates were located.
So rescue mission.
They were together and clinging for their lives to some unidentified debris. The airplane circled in the turbulent sky above, tracking the men until a rescue helicopter could arrive. After further storm-related delays, RRH-307 Kingfisher launched, flying low to keep beneath the still formidable clouds. The following are archive recordings from that day.
Oh, voice recordings. Let's go.
307 Kingfisher.
Go.
307 Kingfisher. We've updated your arrival coordinates. Confirm you've received.
Solid copy, Lodestar. Received. Briefing said our guys were hiding in a cave. Is there a PIW?
Negative. Survivors are inside some kind of raft. It's the raft that's now moving.
Roger.
Oh,
Okay, got eyes on it now.
is that the whale? They're on the whale.
Visual on the survivor, Captain.
Altitude. Altitude.
I see him. Gonna bring it close as I can. Our guy won't be swimming far with these waves.
Altitude. Altitude.
Copy that. Almost directly over him. Forward 15 feet. Hold. Holding. Rescue diver's checklist complete. Sending him down. He's in. Video link is live.
Heads up, Kingfisher. A couple big waves are headed your way. About 20 seconds.
Copy. I think he'll make it to the raft before the swell hits.
10 seconds.
Almost seems like the raft is moving towards him. What the fuck?
It is a whale. That's crazy.
Kingfisher? What's your status, Kingfisher? Respond.
Yeah, everyone's all alive for now. If it was gonna eat him, it would have done it already, right? Let's get them in the chopper before we find out.
Your artwork is well done. I'm really liking it. You can see the eye.
Another one. Great. Lodestar, any thoughts?
Felix, I don't think there's any protocol for this in the handbook.
Cap, hold steady for a moment. I think they're coming to us. Hey, can we keep him, Dad?
Can we keep him back? They want to keep the whale.
If you want to see Monster, then you'll have to feed and walk it yourself. Oh, shucks, you think I'm not old enough to care for a pet? Diver's headed back down, second rescue in progress.
307 Kingfisher. Lodestar is peeling off. Good work down there.
Much obliged, Lodestar. We'll include you in the highlight reel.
Thanks. see that footage to the bio-nerds too. I bet they flip.
The bio-nerds, here referring to scientists of Station Zeta Laboratories, soon received copies of this material. They did indeed flip.
While it is interesting that the garden can partially survive on, none of it can be transferred without the living adult to help.
He misses his mom.
Our whale must find comfort in the familiar scent and touch. However, time spent on what he cannot have is time wasted. Waiting too long to start a garden could bring other health complications. He will have to move on. Our whale goes on a search for another plant-based Brillo. For reasons unknown, such Brillos are conspicuously absent this season. It seems as if anything resembling his mother has migrated elsewhere. One single exception is discovered. And he is a spectacular example of aquatic foliage. The shaggy coat is as full and beautiful as the late mother's. But not all Brillos are welcoming.
It's like one of those dogs that have like really long fur that just drag on the floor. I forgot what they're called. I don't know. It just reminds me of that.
Day after day, he tries to draw the adult into play, and day after day receives the cold shoulder.
Waiting too long
The
for the
adult
toaster can have
flatly
detrimental
refuses to acknowledge his existence.
on the hell. Dude, I have the money for the toaster, right? But like, it's not money I saved specifically for the toaster. So I'm just like, I'm debating how much I should put towards the toaster or if I should just buy it outright. But like, the toaster, I can feel it. It's so close. It's so tempting.
This male has tunnel vision on the single purpose of mating. Babysitting is not on the agenda.
Save it, yeah. Yeah, probably.
We watch an attempt to woo a female fail pitifully.
Man. It's gonna be so, like, it's gonna be epic once we actually get it. It's a community effort.
She is clearly
yeah.
put off by his little sidekick.
It's like a community effort, but I only got like $2 from from Twitch every month.
Tugging roughly on his leaves.
How many months is that gonna take? Let's see. It's $300. Let's see. $300. We get $2 every month. Right, 300 divided by 2. It's gonna take us 150 months. It's gonna take us 13 years. Bro, at this rate, we're not gonna have the toaster for another 13 years. The platform siphoning the profits. Worm Game sponsor, make it popular, dude. Honestly, I might. And I don't think Twitch is siphoning the profits. It's because there are no profits to be made, Bex. I can say comfortably there's only like 2 or 3 people that sub every month, but that's it. I really appreciate it.
Days of pent-up agitation are suddenly unloaded. Our whale is chased off at the point of a skewer. It may feel like a painful sacrifice, but a plant body is not an option. There's a dizzying amount of other choices remaining, and one of them will have to do. Another morning dawns.
Drink! Thank you for the water. Maybe one day we can get that toast. It'll be fine.
The nocturnal animals have returned to slumber, and the frantic energy of diurnal animals resumes. For our researchers, every day following the whale is a journey into an uncharted wilderness. only a small fraction of the species here have been recorded.
We need more emotes. You're right. We need more. But what is a better emote than hamster grab and hamster dumping? Luckily, you did a few. I know you said you were working on a revamped version of hamster pat. Although I don't know how it's gonna look compared to the other one.
And there is so much inexplicable behavior to document.
What is happening here? It's soon to be here. Hamster Eyes. Hamster Eyes feels cursed, but yes. We await your artistic skills to be credited. Also, I think I added you as like... the editor of Hamster Dumpy. I don't know if there's a way to actually check that. Huh. I'm pretty sure I attributed it to you, Kid Razor. Maybe this next week. It's fine, take your time. I have like the entirety of my life. Also, look at this thing just biting into the octopus.
Recent discoveries have centered on the varieties of coral present. The reef itself is now understood to be a multi-layered structure.
Let's learn about the reef.
The Great Southern Reef
I have
is
a few of them,
fringing
but there's
reef.
still images. Have you posted them? I don't remember seeing any hamsters.
The inhabitants can be categorized into 3 zones based on depth. The unique character of the Southern Reef is owed to the spire coral, which lives across all 3 of these zones.
It's
Spire coral can survive at the lowest depths, where it faces little competition. Once fixed to solid ground, spire
You're not
coral
making
stack
sure it's
atop
the
one
right size for
another,
Twitch.
upwards towards the sunlight that
I
will
believe in you.
productive respiration.
I'm falling back on my chair. Let me go forward. Oh my god. Honestly, I don't remember if Twitch actually has a size limit. I'm pretty sure they used to, but they might have changed it.
Shallow water corals soon find these raised platform and perch themselves upon it. This is not a cooperative relationship. The spire coral is eventually smothered and dies.
Oh no.
Under accumulated weight, the structural integrity is lost.
I heard your chair squeak. Yeah.
And the spire shatters.
No! It's dead. It's
Collapse
collapsed.
back down to lower depths.
Oh, no
Living
more.
spire coral can again re-emerge, and the cycle repeats unendingly. This constant tossing and turning creates a porous and dynamic landscape, veined with small tunnels and dotted with caves. Thousands of small animals make this subterranean environment their niche. For example, saltwater tadpoles spend their early life stages hidden underground.
What was this? 118 pixels? The highest is 4K something? Ain't no way, bro. I can actually just check it right now. Let's see. Viewer rewards. Emotes. Do I need to upload an emote? I think it's fire size. It's between 112 and 44096. I see. And it can only be a max of 1 megabyte. Oh lord. What about the animated one? The animated ones are the same. But also 1 megabyte. Interesting. Oh, the animated ones can only be up to 60 frames. Damn. Well, we have 3. Good enough. Animated was 40. It says 60. That might be just like a thing you get as you get more subscribers. I don't know. Yeah. emotes can I even have? 6, 8. I can have 10 and only 2 animated ones. Interesting. Might get rid of hamster grab. I feel like it doesn't fit as a sub emote. I don't know. We'll keep it until we find other options. Pop, 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 pop.
Until they can emerge above as a fearsome predator. Relative to their size, that is.
The whale's just waiting.
Progress and knowledge march forward through tireless work, but we often share in our young whale's bewilderment. Who is this?
That is Nemo from Finding Nemo.
What is on his head?
A rock.
What is going on?
I don't know.
We do not know. Our whale runs away, and we simply follow. One afternoon, it seems our young whale's persistent searching has been rewarded. A loud song heralds him from the distance. A Brillo hunting party returns. Their high spirits means that all had a good kill. The group's leader is calling to our whale. Our youth remains in place but allows the adult to approach. These whales are sophisticated pack hunters.
Are they working with the sharks?
The Chowper, a stupid but friendly shark, totally accepts the Brillos as their own.
A stupid but friendly shark. Okay.
Compared to the painful transmogrification other Brillos endure, this silky costume is minimally invasive and provides maximum returns. And it's a plant.
Yo.
This successful symbiosis strategy is limited only by the pack's willingness to share it with others. An open invitation from the leader is a golden opportunity. Something isn't right.
Don't be afraid.
Our whale is fixated on the Chowper.
He's scared of the shark because of what happened. Oh no.
It is a tragedy that our whale seems unable to tolerate sharks of any kind. He flees.
Oh man. This is tragic.
Over the weeks, we observe our subject whale becoming increasingly distressed. It is critical he suppress unpleasant feelings and adopt a symbiosis plan. A Brillo whale cannot survive unplanted.
Are you sure about that?
He can perceive himself failing to integrate, of course, but the building internal agitation is not a force that will help him adapt better.
I'm taking another screenshot, bro. Look at this. He's stressed. The whale is stressed. Okay.
Autumn draws to a close. Several new varieties of Brillo begin to arrive from colder latitudes. These are mostly hunter archetypes who can live a life less dependent on the reef's concentrated bounty.
That's a whale?
camouflaged whale waits for prey to swim near.
Active camouflage or adaptive camouflage refers to skin coloration that can rapidly shift to match a changing environment. These octopus have linked their tentacle nerve endings together, allowing them to network visual information between all bodies. Colour change is omnidirectional, instant, and accurate. The swiftness and precision of these changes exceeds any Earth octopus ability. They are not the only example of animals here possessing very advanced skin chromatophores. Researchers hope to understand why they have evolved in more sophisticated fashion than their Earth counterparts. While this documentary is restricted to its limited mandate, we believe in good faith that the following question is unavoidable and must now be answered.
Oh.
Why would a species on another planet have an Earth counterpart?
That is a very valid question.
Convergent evolution was the obvious first hypothesis. This is the phenomenon where different species can evolve similar features when faced with the same evolutionary pressure. For example, we can find similarities in the wings of unrelated flying vertebrates. Similar problems craft similar solutions. While this obviously still holds true, it is not the answer to our question. This lizard looks like an Earth chameleon. This whale looks like an Earth whale.
That is true.
Because they share a recent common ancestor with Earth animals.
But this is supposed to be an alien planet. I am confused.
The true answer is directed panspermia.
What the hell does that mean?
It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it, so Aristotle advised us. In that high-minded spirit, we can look back at Francis Crick as one of biology's fearless thinkers. He is best known for his work with James Watson, uncovering the structure of DNA more than a century ago. This earned them and Maurice Wilkins the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 1962. He was also uncomfortably acknowledged by 20th century colleagues as a proponent of directed panspermia, that a deliberate extraterrestrial origin to life on Earth should be taken into serious consideration. While Crick's hypothesis fails to match our current best understanding, his unorthodox thinking landed him closer to the truth than any of his contemporaries could have believed.
Francis, do you think we were lucky to have solved it? Or was it real brainwork?
Well, I guess we were certainly lucky, and of course you give the impression in your room, Jim, we didn't really do too much thinking, but we were lucky, I think, for two reasons. We were thinking about the problem at the right time, and then the two of us, by collaborating, when one of us got on the wrong track, the other one could get us out of it. When if I thought there were three chains at one stage, you were sure there were two. If you thought that the phosphates had to be in the middle, then I would be the devil's advocate and say put them on the outside. And I think this is very important in solving structures of this kind, because the difficulty is that you've got to give several logical steps, one after the other. If you go wrong, you get one person gets too fond of their own ideas. I think another thing which helped us in our collaboration was we weren't at least afraid of being very candid to each other, to the point of being rude. And if you don't have constant interchange and chatting together and saying what you think of the other people's ideas to their face, I don't think you can solve problems of this kind.
I did not understand the word he said.
Life on Earth originated on Earth. Abiogenesis took place in deep-sea hydrothermal vents approximately 3.7 billion years ago. Recent history has revealed that 3 other planets also sustain life. Aria, Gos, and Earth-2 are affectionately referred to as sister planets of Earth due to their similarities.
Carboxyl, basically. I see. I definitely know what that is, and I am definitely not searching it up right now. I am very smart, and I totally know what you're talking about. Oh, it's just how... Okay, I got it. I got
It
it.
may be more accurate to call them Earth children. They were barren until intentionally planted from Earth's highly evolved genetic stock. Isolated across light years of space, the forces of evolution then wrought divergent results. Along a different but always familiar timeline, all 3 bloomed into wonderful new cradles of complex life. This brief summary does not do justice to the incomprehensibly convoluted and ongoing work of planetary curation. But suffice to say, even the professionals struggle to grasp a simplified understanding.
still wondering how this is a whale. Like, where is its head, dude? Where's its eyes?
This
How does
kind
it
of strategy
see?
requires a good deal of patience. Our whale, sensing the hunter, swims wide. The camo whale politely hails him. Other Brillo whales aren't the target of his trap. Our whale replies with mistrust and leaves. Something is wrong. Our whale's once irrepressible curiosity has grown increasingly muted.
No, the whale's
Even wonders
depressed.
like bioluminescence provokes no reaction.
The whale's depressed.
These lamplighter fish are practicing their jousting in preparation for the annual mating competition.
What
The
are
event
we
is
gonna
soon.
do?
It's only a one-night affair, and they will all die immediately afterwards. We think it would be quite the enriching spectacle. But the fish seem to be of no interest. Our research objectives
This
all
is a
involve
Wyatt
how a
Pepe
planted
Hens
Brillo
moment
changes gene
indeed.
expression throughout its life. An unplanted whale is no use to us.
No.
There is a fear that our biometric implants have been invested on a losing whale.
They're gonna give up on the whale because you can't
When a
find
gene
someone
pool is too small,
to imitate.
there is no way for a population to discard deleterious mutations. Without sexual recombination, offspring will have at least as much mutation as their parents. The errors simply accumulate. Muller's ratchet describes a process of irreversible decline, where each generation is one notch less fit than before. Can all the higher intelligence or wisdom of the universe provide salvation if one's very genetic code is winding down to destruction? The Kronos project is a late-hour rewrite of a complex genome. It is an attempt to engineer a viable escape from an extinction vortex. Humans, still a robust and healthy animal, are conscripted to provide a variety of labour, which our forebearers have grown too enfeebled and small in number to handle themselves. Of course, we do not do this work without our own motivations. The fruits of this labour could change how we understand illness and ageing. But that final objective, to fundamentally decouple our fate from natural machinations and assert the reins of technology, is still widely contested. In contrast to other human enclaves, the Constitution of Aria proudly allows this debate to take place in open forums.
But before we can discuss contingency plans, our Brillo finally begins to break bad habits.
Oh?
This unknown youth has snagged a lamplighter and presents it now to our whale. Perhaps he was enthused to share his catch and our whale happened to be closest.
He's making friends! Let's go!
Brillo interactions can be opaque, but these two have clearly hit it off. For once, our whale does not withdraw. He is proactively engaging instead of passively responding. It's a much welcome scene, but it begs the question, what changed? What external factors could have contributed to a more outgoing posture?
I think the whale's just happy he has a friend.
Did our cameras miss a life-changing event? Does this stranger seem less threatening than all the others?
You can learn from him? Dude, I'm taking notes right now.
It is true that our whale, having been born outside the herd, has consistently lacked peer contact his own age.
This is a hashtag relatable whale, guys. I don't know about you.
Young Brillos cannot transmit garden organisms between each other, so the interaction here probably feels less fraught. Than it might with an adult, who could permanently dose him with life-altering symbiosis.
He doesn't, like, feel, like, he doesn't feel any life-changing pressure. That's why he's happy.
We hypothesize that juvenile Brillo association is a necessary prior step to adult interaction. Regardless of how correct this assertion is, it successfully buys our study additional time. The two whales spend the rest of the day playing and are still chasing fish together when we leave them. Night falls. But our whale is not asleep. GPS coordinates show he's swimming somewhere. As his aberrant behavior is still under scrutiny, the team moves to investigate. A spotlight is aimed overboard. We discover more than just our whale. He is traveling with a pod of other youths. They all sing with curiosity at the sudden lights shining from above. We cut the power to avoid further disturbance. It's soon clear where the Brillos are headed. The first glimmers of action appear in the near distance.
And we pretend that airplanes with lights.
The night of the lamplighter fish has begun.
Really
The ocean starts to flash brilliantly as males battle for the attention of females. The weak are pierced open, spilling bioluminescence into the water.
The weak are pierced open.
They shine with complete indifference to predators attacking. Known as predator satiation, there are simply too many to all be eaten.
That's a cool scene.
His belly full of glowing fish bits, our whale watches the show reach its climax.
He's eating the fish that are killing themselves. The weak should fear the strong.
It seems like he'll be up all night with the others.
Strong is a whale that's staying up overnight.
Confident in his safety, we recall our camera drones to finish their scheduled recharge.
Maidenless. Bro. If you die, you are truly maidenless, bro. Just
By
don't
blocking
die.
wave activity, the barrier reef creates a wide lagoon behind it.
Yeah.
The placid water stretches for several kilometers before being overtaken by a mangrove forest. Parts are so shallow that they become exposed to air at low tide. At high tide, other areas are deep enough for a troublesome young whale to get lost in.
Oh, is he gonna get lost? Is he gonna get stuck?
His friends weren't adventurous enough to follow him today. And for good reason, as our whale realizes once the water level starts to drop again.
Oh no.
There's no time to play with the locals.
He
The
needs to
outgoing
escape.
seawater feeds to several deep channels. Whisked through the trenches, our whale rides the rip current to safety, with no control over where it's taking him. After a lengthy ride, he is spat out far from where he began. This is the end of the Great Reef. It's exposed and dangerous territory, but our whale can't help himself from having a look around.
He's in danger. Long ass stream?
There's
Dude,
a sudden realization that he's
are
being
you not
watched.
paying attention to the whale? He's being watched. Minecraft?
Something is stirring within the cave behind him.
Perhaps.
It's
Ah,
another Brillo whale.
it's another whale.
Our whale approaches, but there is no friendly greeting. This isolated loner is an exile from the herd.
He's been exiled.
Banishment is reserved for excessive violence against fellow Brillos. Most likely it was a mating joust that escalated to fatal combat.
Oh god.
A deteriorated mental state from years of isolation is what has made him truly dangerous. Our Brillo can understand that a noiseless approach signals an attack. He whistles
He's
another
okay.
greeting.
Is he in danger?
It's met with an oppressive silence.
Is this where he dies?
The crown of a shark's jaw attests to this whale's staggering strength.
It's me. No! It's not.
But his secret weapon lies inside the crow's nest atop his hardened armor.
I refused to put pineapple on pizza and I was exiled. You know what? Commendable. And then escalated into a fatal combat. Oh, what is that?
The
Another
Vorpix octopus wakes when it senses a kill is imminent.
There's been a lot of species of octopi that have been shown so far.
He serves the role of a hunting partner who swims in advance.
Mortal Kombat. Whale versus whale. A fully grown adult whale that has evolved into a killing machine versus a 6-year-old who wins.
Usually it latches over the eyes of prey and attacks with its serrated beak. But when prey is so pitifully weak, he prefers to spectate.
Man, they really insulted our boy like that. Oh, he's
Our whale
camouflaging.
is far from being scared.
Oh.
He's experiencing a whole other emotion.
What can it be?
He knows.
What does he know? Huh?
This was unexpected. Abandoning caution, the calf sings and plays like he's found a new friend.
I think everyone's confused.
He
You know
goes
how
in for a
happy he
nuzzle,
looks.
and the harsh exterior cracks.
He goes in for a nuzzle.
How long has it been since the old-timer experienced any warmth of companionship? Maybe having a little apprentice killer won't be so bad. He grunts, struggling to remember a song that isn't also a threat. This isn't the scene of bloodshed that the octopus wanted.
Our whale found he found his career path. You know what it might have been? You know what it might have been? He saw the shark, the skeleton on his head, and so he's just like he thought it's a good idea because now he can defend himself against the sharks that attacked him. You know, we call him the whale bane now. Oh God.
It seems he's witnessed this cycle once before, as he knows what must be done.
This animal is negligibly senescent, meaning it expresses no evidence of biological aging.
Immortal octopus, huh?
It's one of the only long-lived cephalopods that has not been culled. Our researchers suspect this octopus to be at least 4 centuries old, and cephalopods who survive so long possess a devious intelligence.
Devious intelligence. Bro, this guy's 400 years old. Oh my God.
The Vorpix presents our whale with a living piece of the armor plating.
Oh? Oh, he's gonna start planting his garden. But why is the octopus doing it? I thought the whale was supposed to do it.
A quick feel for the soft spot. And the deed is done.
He just stabs him. He just stabbed the
When
whale.
the young whale wakes up, the implant will already have sprouted roots to hold firmly fixed in his skin.
He's gonna have a unicorn horn now.
With this major milestone now documented, the mobile lab departs and will not rejoin the whale again until his adulthood.
Relatable.
Implants will continue to transmit information about his physical development for a 20-year remote observation period.
Maybe the whale told him to do it. You know, maybe they are hunting partners, so they probably can't communicate. Hello, Tempest. I think we're at the end of the documentary.
This also ends the documentary team's access to the whale and concludes the first phase of our project.
As I said.
For us, raw data is far less compelling than first-hand observation of his body being reconstructed. 20 years is a long time for impatient humans to wait. When we do meet our whale again, it is hard to guess now what we might find. All the changes he experiences over 2 decades will be witnessed in a single moment.
Tempest, you missed the whale being turned into a unicorn, a narwhal. He was turned into a narwhal.
It should be nothing short of a complete metamorphosis.
I can't wait for part 2. I'm pretty sure part 2 follows goes back to the whale 20 years later. And you get to see what he became. You didn't miss it? Good. I really like the art style, but I wouldn't mind seeing like an animated version of this. Although I'm pretty sure like just clicking through it really builds a lot on how the story is told as well. It adds a lot of it to it, you know. Fire.
This concludes South Scrimshaw Part 1. Please keep designated channels open for the transmission of Part 2.
The whale became a shark slayer. He did. He's going on his training arc. I'm just watching someone play Yakuza next to me. The person is still playing Yakuza. They're fine. Alright, part 1 is over. Did my game just crash? Oh, lyrics! I mean, credits. Written and illustrated by Nathan O. Marsh. Visual novels use the following sounds. Dude, look at all these sound effects. Freesound.org. I feel like this is a website that's good to have saved. I'm gonna actually type it in, because I feel like that is a website I'm going to want to use. Perhaps, maybe. It looks fun. Let me look it up. That's a lot, dude. There's been sound effects for every little thing that was told in the story. It's real. Yo. Anyways, this website kind of looks wild. I'm gonna be honest. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna keep this tab open. Might want it later. Thanks. Special thanks to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration and National Park Service for their public domain recordings. In development and voice narration and speech synthesized using tools by 11 Labs. The narration did sound like it was like AI or something. I guess it was. Stock music. Oh, this is where all the music came from if you're interested. Additional music by Edward Birch. Guess that's it. Oh! I just realized what this now was supposed to be. You could see the whale. And I think this is like a map of like them tracking the whale. Did it? I have no clue. I'll be honest. Look, yeah, just like patting and stuff. It's really cool. I didn't notice these visuals before. I don't know what this is supposed to mean. This looks like DNA sequences. I don't know. I don't remember what they look like. It looks like that. Makes sense? Yeah. These are like blueprints for their lab or something. Really cool how much like thought this guy put into this game. Harmonics, like reading the whales' voices and stuff. Return to OSB. Okay, I don't know what that was about. Brain cell activity. This is me. This is me for real. I'm just one dot in the corner that's not doing anything. You didn't see the dot. He's playing solitaire! It's fun. That was fun. That was fun. I am looking forward to seeing when part 2 comes out. Solitaire, dude. Actually, don't talk to me about that. I just remembered something that happened. Don't talk to me about that. 3D pinball, dude. If only. Anyways, yeah, no. Do you guys want to do Community Saturday instead of Community Sunday? Since I probably won't have time on Sunday. Sure. Alright. Thank you for stream. I only stream the best content. Take care, everyone. Thank you for the bedtime story. You're welcome. Bex. Won't be here for Minecraft tomorrow, man. No, you don't get a say in the matter. To play, that's fine. You can finish your mansion some other day. I guess. I don't know. I don't know how big you're gonna make the house, dude. I just like stopped there and I was like, what? Yet, Riser, you know why it was kind of laggy? Because everyone is like spreading out, so all of those chunks are like loading in at once now. Dude. Just saying, I would have intervened against those whales. The entire point of a documentary is to not intervene. I think I'm gonna play Magicka after I end stream. This is a really fun this is a fun documentary. Seems like a weak mindset, bro. SMH. Anyways, thank you for showing up. We'll figure out what we're gonna do tomorrow. Bye bye.